Chris Yannick, CY Review, covering Las Vegas and the world. Las Vegas March Madness. Can you believe that we're already almost to March? It's 2026, of course. We're a couple days away from March and March Madness. Spring break is right around the corner. St. Patrick's Day is around the corner. And of course, lots of people are going to be coming to Las Vegas to watch the biggest college basketball tournament in the world, of course, known as the NCAA Tournament in March Madness. So today we're going to talk about a couple of things. I want to start off by explaining the following to anybody who might not know what March Madness is. It's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people who come to the entertainment capital of the world to watch the biggest college basketball tournament of the year. 68 teams make the NCAA tournament, universities, colleges, and one will reign supreme after winning 6 NCAA tournament games. Some of them have to win 7, but I don't think we've ever had a 7-win NCAA tournament team with a play-in system, right? So you got to win first round, second round, third round, Elite 8, semifinals, and finals, and then that would be 7 if you won the play-in game. So 6 wins get you to become the national champion of college basketball. Who won it last year? The University of Florida did, defeating Houston in the finals. So lots of people come here. Now what's really interesting is usually the first weekends, which were the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament, which gets it down from 68 teams down to 16 teams, is usually what it used to be. But now historically, a lot of these Las Vegas resorts are doing watch parties on the following weekends to see the Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final Four, and NCAA championship games. So just for the record, March Madness is beyond March now. It goes now into April Madness, if you can believe that. So take it for what it is. I love it. I think it's incredible. And you don't have to be somebody who's into making bets or anything like that. You can just come and watch the games, eat some nice food and drinks while you're watching with some of the biggest high-definition screens, televisions you've ever seen in your life. TVs everywhere, huge monitors everywhere. Let's go down a list of some of the March Madness parties that are going to be taking place here in Las Vegas. We'll start with the Fontainebleau Las Vegas. They're going to have something called they're going to have theirs at the Blue Live Theater, 80-foot LED screen. There'll be, 180-degree screens all throughout the park. They're doing that 19th through the 21st, March 19th through the 21st at the Fontainebleau Las Vegas. The Venetian has one of the great establishments to watch sports at, of course, at their sportsbook at the stadium. Over 100 screens, open bars, and curated food this year. Resorts World Las Vegas is doing something for the first time this year. They're debuting their own March the Championship inside the Resorts World Theater, March 19th to the 21st. Now we're going downtown for a minute. Circa will have parties on March 18th to the 22nd, the 26th to the 29th, and the 4th and the 6th at Stadium Swim. Of course, Stadium Swim is the rooftop pool at the Circa downtown on the Fremont Street Experience. You'll see the big monitors, the pools. People are in the pool while they're watching sports on the big screens at the Stadium Swim. Additionally, also the Level 3 Galaxy Watch Party will have events 18th to the 22nd. That's on Level 3 at the Galaxy. And also they're going to have at the Circa Sportsbook, of course, the 18th to the 22nd, 26th to the 29th, and the 4th and the 6th. So at the big screens at the Circa Sportsbook as well. Caesars Palace Sportsbook, 143-inch high-definition LED screen. They will be having events all the way from March 15th, which is, at the beginning of all of this, before the major games, the play-in games. They'll be having those till April 6th. So if you're the fan of a school that just got into the NCAA tournament on the play-in games, or a small school, and you want to watch your team on a 143-inch high-definition screen, you absolutely can. Next is an interesting place, Bottled Blonde. It's a new restaurant, beer garden, and rooftop lounge that's at the Grand Bazaar Shops. You can see from across the street a great view of the Bellagio fountains. interesting new establishment. They're going to have parties going from March 17th to April 7th. Bottled Blonde. The Cosmo, the Belmont Ballroom is a 4,000 square foot ballroom with a lot of different March Madness parties in action. They're actually going to have their own, if you can believe it, a regulation basketball hoop. So you can actually shoot some free throws and shoot some shots on their hardwood court regulation basketball hoop. So if you're interested in that. You're old school, you're probably going to go over to the South Point Hotel and Casino for a couple of reasons. One, there's free admission. Two, there's affordable drinks and food. And also, the environment is old school Las Vegas. So imagine going back to the days of the Stardust or the Desert Inn, for example, or the Sands. The South Point is as old school gets. Tons of chairs, lots of big monitors, the hot dog cart, all that stuff. Go over there if you're interested in that. And of course, they have their 24-hour cafe over there also, and affordable food and affordable drink. And if you're just interested in being around some of the people who like the past Las Vegas, old school Las Vegas, that's what the South Point does. And Ellis Island is going to have parties on the 19th and 20th at the Front Yard. Great establishment, just east of the Las Vegas Strip. And also, in between the parties, you can go over to the Village Pub Cafe, get the $12 steak with your player's card, the hamburger for $6 with fries, and all the other great things. There's so much good barbecue, the ribs, all that good stuff. And then finally, the Palms is going to offer a free poolside viewing party at the Palms pool all 4 days to begin with. So if you're looking for that also. So those are the things that we know so far. I know there's going to be a lot of other stuff that comes up as well, and we'll tell you about it as the time goes on, obviously. But the reality is that we're only, a couple weeks away from March Madness and the NCAA tournament beginning, and Las Vegas is the place. I always talk about with the biggest football game of the year that just happened a few weeks ago. Besides being at the biggest football game of the year, this is the place I'd rather be, right? This is where I would rather be, because you feel like when you watch these games at these resorts, you feel like you're actually at the games and you're in the stadium. The surround sound of some of these resorts in their venues where they hold their March Madness watch parties is phenomenal. It is just phenomenal. The surround sound and vision, of course, and you're seeing these gigantic monitors. So look up Las Vegas March Madness watch parties. Watch this video again if you have to review it. But thank you so much for joining us as always. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button below. Always like this video and leave a comment to keep up with, and leave a comment to let us know what you think. And please continue to keep up with everything we have going on here at C1 Interview in Las Vegas and beyond by again hitting that subscribe button below. And I'll see you in the next one.